Hola amigos and welcome to episode 40 of La Resurreccion, and today we have two games in La Liga, one at home to Rayo Vallecano and then away at Alaves. We do have a friendly with Brazil, my first game with Brazil actually, in between, but we will play that offline. And today, in the last episode, we returned to Malaga action after a disappointing World Cup, and as you saw, we progressed in the Copa del Rey but did lose to Getafe, and after that it's been a really mixed time, mainly just because of form, and I'll show you what I mean. So, as you can agree, recent form, that's been fairly good. Prior to that though, we went 10 La Liga games without winning. It started all the way back before the World Cup. We lost 3 on the trot, and then drew our last game before the World Cup. And then afterwards, throughout January, it was pretty poor. As you can see, that loss to Getafe, draw against 18th place Eibar, that was harder than it needed to be. A loss to Deportivo, drew against Las Palmas and Bilbao. We were 2-0 up against Bilbao and threw it away. But crucially, this run here, we were still picking up points, which was good because we were starting to slip down the table, but the middle pack of the table was really tight, so we were still sort of clinging on. And then we beat Villarreal late on. That was the start of our run. Sanchez grabbed a goal with 2 minutes left, and since then we've been fantastic. 4-1 win against Celta Vigo. Michael Santos has come into the team. Piatek picked up an injury, and that Hungarian Sobov has been so poor. So I gave Santos a go, and he's repaid the faith. A fantastic win. Draw against Gijón, which is a bit disappointing, but then a 2-1 win away at Atletico was superb. A 2-0 win against Sevilla as well. They've been flying high, so that was brilliant. A 2-0 win away at Mallorca, and then most recently a 1-0 win against Barcelona. Absolutely superb. So we have been... It's such a contrast and so weird considering we couldn't buy a win in this run, and now we've relieved the pressure and we've been on fire. No doubt, of course, I was on this fine run of form. I turned this off last night, and so no doubt we're going to lose today. But yeah, 2 games against Vallecano, who are 19th, and Alaves, who are 15th. So you'd think with the run and form that we're on, these should be 2 wins. If we have a look at the La Liga table, our really good run has seen us shoot up to 7th place, and only a point off those European spots. Real Madrid having a poor season. Ancelotti was sacked by Real Madrid. Valencia having a superb season. We actually, speaking of Valencia, we got to the Copa del Rey semi-final but lost to Valencia. So that was kind of nice to get a cup run that far. But of course, our focus at that point was just turning around our league form. And that's exactly what we've done. Obviously, when we joined you last as well, it was the January transfer window. So we'll show you the business that we have done. So no other players have left the club, but if you see here, 4 deals done. 2 loanees to come into the first team, 2 players brought in, youngsters who will hopefully go on to decent things. Callum Elder was the left back I was talking about in the last episode. Star rating pretty poor. He's not the best, but since he's come in, as you can see, 709, played 10 games. He's done a superb job filling in there. Actually really happy with his contribution thus far. We've got a young Polish centre-half on loan from Man United as well. He's coming in place of Maldonado, 2-star current ability, but 4-star potential. They weren't interested in getting a future fee arranged. He's done okay since he's come in, hasn't played many games, but he won in the league, won in the Copa del Rey. He's been okay, but not spectacular. Just come in as better cover than Maldonado, really. And then the 2 youngsters, one from Levante, 600 grand. Sol, I'm guessing it's Sol if it loads. Sol Montagut. 16 years old, only 1.5 star at the moment, but 5-star potential. So I'm thinking this guy could probably be in first team contention next year, maybe. It depends, obviously, Tronson's going to go back. We'll see what the situation is, but this guy could be in contention fairly soon. As well as Victor Hontoria from Sevilla, 1.6 million, attacking midfielder again. 1.5 star current ability, but 5-star potential. This guy could be a real superstar. And I think as well, 16 years old, plenty of time. Barre is still here, although he's never really broken through. And Juan P is getting on a bit now, so I think it's a good time. As you can see, Juan P, 29. Kaidi Barre is actually playing today. He's only 25, but still plenty of time to improve. So maybe Hontoria can come in as understudy to Barre, because I doubt Juan P. He's been with us since the start of the series. He's been fantastic for us, but at 29, you'd expect him to probably start declining sooner rather than later. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. But that is the transfer business we've done. That is how we've been getting on. So let's get straight into the match against Vallecano. So this is the team we are going with. Rajkovic is going to be in goal. Fagner is going to be at right back. Fagner is an interesting one. He's out of contract this year. He's had about 4 teams approach him on a pre-contract, and he's turned them all down. He's 33. I think he's probably seen better days. I was inclined to release him at the end of his contract. But I don't know, he's come into the side recently. Obviously, during that really lapse period, I was trying all sorts of combinations, and Fagner has come in and done fairly well. So he may play himself into a contract, I'm not too sure, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, he's going to be at right back. Sampaio and Flavio Ramos at centre halves. Callum Elder at left back. Samoes and Sanchez are going to be in the middle of midfield. Renato Santos, who has been one of the catalysts in our return to form. That's interesting that there's loads of arrows pointing down, because I recently looked at his report and loads of them were going up. But yeah, he's been really important to our run. Barre in number 10 role. Vargas again. We really missed him. He was out injured for a while. He's come back into the side and been superb for us. Our top goal scorer this season. He's going to be out on the left. And Piatek up top as Santos is injured. Yeah, Santos has been on a decent run of form. If I just show you... as you can see, 4 goals in his last 6 with 1 assist as well. So, yeah, he's really taken his chance since he's been in the side. But obviously, injury today rules him out. So, let's continue our fine form, shall we, and push into the European spots. So, the games begin then. Bit of an interesting team talk. Told them to do it for the fans, and most of them look stressed, which is not good, but managed to recover it. And the game is underway. Alvaro, of course, our former centre-half, playing for Vallecano today. Sanchez heads it into Barre, but they managed to get it away. And a good ball up to Gual, or Gual, however you want to say it, crosses in, but there's no one there. And Rajkovic can collect, and we start from the back. 8 minutes gone in this first half. He rolls it short to Flavio Ramos. Simoes to Kaidu Barre, who's come very deep. Our number 10s seem to do that quite a lot, come very deep to get the ball. Vargas, great switch to Santos. Can he get a ball in? He can't. Barre, Sanchez, and he makes it 1-0. Sanchez's 6th goal of the season. Barre with the assist. He didn't burst to get into the box, as you would expect from a number 10. Of course, I've forgotten to turn replays on, as always. But we come forward again, and Fagner on this right-hand side. Plays it in Sanchez. Piatek now. Back to Barre. Forced backwards a bit. Vargas cuts in on his right foot and just over the bar. A great start by us in this match. And another highlight deep in our own half. And Wagner gets the ball back from Barre from the throw-in. And can we build from the back now? Sampaio, who's just signed a new contract actually recently at the club. So he's going to be staying around for a few more years, which is great to see. Now the ball up to Sanchez. Elder free on the left-hand side. Sanchez gets it back. Cody Barro. Piatek, can he release Renato Santos, who hits the bar? My word, you see that sort of goal so often. You release a winger or an inside forward, they drill it across the goal. And normally it goes in. On this occasion, unfortunately, we've hit the bar. But total dominance by us so far in this opening 25 minutes. Not a shot. Well, I say that. Now they have a shot, but Vallecano. But can we capitalise? Can we add another goal? It's going to be a free kick to Vallecano. Deep in their own half, almost by their own byline. Alvaro up to Santi. Espinosa. We're not really putting the pressure on, but when it's this deep, I don't mind so much. Long, aimless ball forward, and Sampaio will head that down. And now Sanchez can start the play. Fagner up to Santos. Inside to Barre, who's drifted out wide. Fagner on the overlap, but he chooses to go inside. Samoes is there. Vargas is free. Vargas has a shot blocked. Callum Elder. Sanchez, we know he loves a long range. He bends one, and he bends it into the bottom corner. Well, shades of Bada Boularud. Sanchez come into the team the season after Boularud and continue the trend of fine long-distance goals. Elder does well to see Sanchez on the edge. He's got so much time, and he bends that beautifully into the bottom corner. His 2nd of the game, his 7th for the season, and it is 2-0 against Vallecano. Fagner, throw in on the corner. He switches the play all the way over to Callum Elder, who has got space, back to Simoes. Bar in the edge. Renato Santos was free. Sanchez looking for his hat-trick. Forces a fine save out of even Martinez. And it results in a corner. Santos to whip it in near stick. Piatek is there. Simoes on the edge. Renato Santos, that ball in was poor. Alvaro gets it clear as far as Elder. Staying with it, Vargas tries to get a ball in, aiming for Piatek, and that is going to be the end of the highlight. Well, one-way traffic in that first half, and it's resulted in a 2-0 lead. I'm going to say to the boys, don't get complacent, but look good to go on and seal victory in this one. As you can see from the table, momentarily we go up to 4th. Goal kick now to Vallecano, launched upfield, and Robert will get on the end of it, but Flavio Ramos will collect the loose ball, and we start again from the back. Elder, time on the ball, finds Barre, who in turn finds Sanchez. Santos got space on the right. Sanchez moves into that space and eventually passes it out to him. Runs by his wing, he gets the ball in, aims for Piatek, but crowded out. Sanchez is there. Good ball to Elder. Can he get a cross in? 2 men on him. Does the smart thing, goes back to Simoes. Goes for a long shot himself and forces Martinez to turn the ball behind. Vallecano defending really deep, restricting us to long efforts. Piatek aims to get on the end of it. Back out to Santos. Ball in, Barre. They get the ball clear. But yeah, as I was saying, Vallecano defending deep. Espinosa, Simoes gets it clear. And we clear the danger. Piatek will give chase. Try and put Ismaili under pressure. Martinez has got to deal with it. Piatek steals the ball off him, and Piatek grabs his 7th goal of the season. That was really poor goalkeeping by even Martinez. Under little pressure, just dallied on the ball for too long. One of those goals you see in FM that is an absolute gift. Just delays on the ball, goes backwards. It's robbed by Piatek. And with an open net to shoot into, he makes it 3-0. And we are in complete control here now. And I think we've got an international break, but I will try and save some fresh legs. We've more than done enough in this game. So let's have a look. Renato Santos is looking quite tired. He's been instrumental in our run. To be fair, Kiko has played sometimes, and he's done fairly well as well. Renato Santos has been the man for us. Free kick, Juan Pion as a sub, whips one in. Aimed towards a fast hit, but no one can get on it. Clearance is poor though. Simoes will collect. Ramos. Simoes going to get a ball in. He does, floats it up. It's mainly Sanchez. And Sanchez grabs his hat-trick. Vallecano, things are just going from bad to worse, but they've only got themselves to blame. Really poor defending. As we see, Flavio Ramos back to Simoes. The defender leaves him, gives him so much time. The ball in isn't great, but the header is even worse. And first time on the volley, Sanchez picks out the corner. A superb performance from him today. And it makes it 4-0. Kiko on the edge, Flavio Ramos now. And it looks like that is going to be a red card. It is for Vallecano and for Santi. And yeah, their afternoon, as if it wasn't bad enough, has just got even worse. I thought Juan P might have a chance from the free kick, but apparently not. And look at the performances in our side. We've been superb today. I think it's been fortunate that we've played really bad opposition, but we have won against Atletico and Barcelona in this run, so we are in fantastic form. Can we grab one more goal? Similar out to Elder with space, gets the ball in. Kiko is there, and he hits the post, and Jordi Amat is there to clear off the line. But a superb team performance, and our fine form continues. I think we are the first game of the day, so I doubt we will stay in 4th position once the day's fixtures is done. But even so, as you can see, it's so tight. As you can see, we're on 47, Athletic Bilbao and Real Madrid on 46, Sociedad on 45, Sevilla on 44, and then the middle pack behind them as well. 6 points separate Villarreal all the way down to Alaves. But the game is over, it is 4-0, and what a superb performance from us in this match. And now the international break is on, so I will play that game, then come back to you for the Alaves game. Okay, game day number 2 against Alaves. That was the longest in-between recording I think I've ever had. Had to pick the squad, then play the game. We did actually do alright. We played Serbia in the friendly, as you saw. We won 5-0, so that was quite nice. A couple of own goals. Mora, Jesus, Firmino on the score sheet, as you can see. That's a fairly expected Brazil squad, I would suppose, of 2023. I actually had to choose the Brazil captain. It was Neymar. I took it off him because he's a bit of a dick, and gave it to Fabinho. So that was quite funny. I also called up Felipe Sampaio to the Brazil squad. I didn't play him, but the options for Brazil, once you get past the sort of players that you would expect, it's pretty slim pickings. So depth is a little bit of a challenge in places. But yeah, I was going to say, oh yeah, I full on pooed myself during recordings as well. I'm in my garage doing recording, and from out of nowhere, a grasshopper jumped out at me. So that was, scary. Anyway, enough about that. This is the team that is going to play against Alaves. Hat-trick hero Sanchez picks up a knock in training, not fit enough to start. So he has been replaced, and injuries up top as well. But we'll talk about that in a second. So Rajkovic is going to be in goal. Robles at right back, Sampaio and Keane in the middle with Callum Elder at left back. Samoas and Anders Tronson. This might well be the first you've seen of him this season, and it's March. But he's played a few games, he's been alright. Nothing spectacular. Tronson is going to be in because of Sanchez is not. Renato Santos on the right, Juanpi in the middle, Vargas on the left. And Soboth is going to be up top because Piatek and Santos are both injured and not fit enough to feature at all. So it's going to be interesting. A little bit of rotation, too much rotation for a game that it would have been nice to keep the same team that played against Vallecano. But nevertheless, we should have enough about us. So here we go then. Away to Alaves. We've just had Regen Day, actually. That was one thing that I was going to say. We just had Regen Day. Only one decent player in there. And what do you know? He's an attacking midfielder after we just agreed to sign a youth one. So that was good. We've also agreed to sign another youngster that's going to come in the summer. Again from Sevilla. This one's a winger. His name's Jesus Munoz. Costing us 800 grand. So yeah, sort of started to fill out the youngsters and looking for people to come in and make an impact. Juan P, 25 minutes gone. Vargas is there at the near stick, but heads it just wide. Stats wise, it looks like we've had the better of the opening half an hour, but as you can see, not many chances. That was the first highlight of the game. Alaves did win their game before the international break, so their spirits will be a little bit high, but hopefully after a pretty dull first half, we can push on and pick up a winner in the second. Vargas, Elder, first highlight of the second half. Soboth picks up. Back to Simoes. Tronson goes to the long ranger, tries to bend one. It looked like it was going wide, but the keeper couldn't be sure, and he's tipped it round the post. But they still have to defend the corner. Juan P aims to the near stick, and it's headed away, and I think Alaves will get this one clear, and they do. It's us again on the attack though. Classy gets it forward, and actually it will be Alaves on the counter. John Guidetti does well to hold it up. Jason is being brought out, but play continues. Torres is there. What a finish from Daniel Torres. Puts Alaves 1-0 up. And despite dominating this game, we find ourselves behind. If we have a look, Guidetti does well to hold it on. Jason is cleared out there by Andre Summers, but the referee plays a good advantage. A good pass from Jordi Classy and a cracking finish from Torres. Rajkovic couldn't get near it. And we find ourselves behind. Can we come back straight away? Juan P. Torres heads away. Sampaio, well, the defender missed the header and it's gone just wide. I think we'll push this up to attack, and we've already had to make a couple of substitutions. Renato Santos and Danny Pacheco, who came on as a sub for Santos, both got injured. So, okay, highlight. I was just about to make a change, but we'll see this out. As Elder looked to win from the throw-in, but Alaves retain possession, and Guidetti plays it to Bergui. Here they come forward now. Really good run. Gone past three players, Bergui. His shot, though, is pretty tame, and Rajkovic can get a hold of it. Right, I am going to make that final change. Soboth, again, having a poor game, but we really don't have many people. No, there's no one, really. I'm not too sure. I think I'm just going to leave it for now, and we'll just continue as we are. I'm looking at that bench, and there's not really a lot to inspire me, to be honest. So let's wait and see. But it looks like nothing is going to happen, and just like that, our cracking run is going to come to an end against a team that you would fully expect us to beat, which is really disappointing. Look at the domination of the stats. 22 shots to their 9. More possession as well. But one lapse in concentration has completely cost us. And our great run... Excuse me, I lost my voice there. It's not that upsetting. Our great run has come to an end. I think it was that rotation that killed us. Probably the international break coming at a bad time. And yeah, as you can see, the teams around us, a lot of them have a game in hand. 3 teams on 47. I mean, we will still be in and around the conversation, of course, so it's not too bad. We'll have to see where things lie. But that is going to bring an end to today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed our return to form despite that defeat. But I think next time we will just come back for the last 2 games of the season. So at home to Las Palmas and then away to Bilbao. Of course, had some great battles with Bilbao in the past. Yeah, that is going to wrap up today's episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel as ever. There is a link in the description to the FM Creators Discord. By all means, come in and join that one. We do have a sister Discord now as well, called the Gaming Creators Discord. Link for that is if you join the FM Creators Discord, then that one is available as well. That one is just more generic gamings. We've isolated the FM Creators one to just Football Manager, and the the Gamers Discord is all sorts of things. Euro Truck Simulator, if you're into a bit of that, other stuff, WWE, that sort of thing. So come and join by all means. A load of good people in there and lots of good chat as always. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.